की B है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, all of you. This is Vipul, and we are interacting with the lab session of DMGT. Okay, in the previous lab, in the previous week, in the previous lab, I cannot say in the previous week, in the previous lab session, we were dealing with the assignment number 4, which is based on the graph theory, is it? So in this session, what we will be doing, we will be completing our 4th assignment, and then we will be starting our next assignment, that is assignment number 5, which is there on the screen right now. On the screen right now, there is assignment 4. So today's task is to complete assignment 4 as well as 5. Okay, so I will give you proper time by this particular weekend, and by the end of this particular week you will be submitting assignment 4 as well as 5 on the Google Classroom only, which where we all are there, and that will be quite handy for me for my records. Okay, so let's first of all let's continue with assignment number 4, which is there on the screen right now. Here it is it? Assignment 4 ही दिख रहा है ना? देख तो राज एक बार.
हाँ सर वही है.
Assignment 4. Okay. In this particular assignment, we had move up to question number 8. 8 तक हो चुका था, ठीक है? 8, 9 पे हो चुका था. Okay. From the 10th, we are supposed to start from the 10th. In the 10th sub question, you are supposed to identify, check whether the following graphs are Hamiltonian graph or not. When we can say that one of the graph is Hamiltonian graph, if we are having a Hamiltonian cycle, of that particular graph, then that graph will be known as a Hamiltonian graph, is it? So you need to determine in the first, second, and third, even we are having 2, 3 more graphs over there. Yes, one more, there, fourth graph. You need to check, you need to determine whether there is an existence of Hamiltonian cycle or not. If there exists Hamiltonian cycle in that graph, then that graph we may label that graph as a Hamiltonian graph. Okay, similar kind of example, similar kind of question is there in the 11th. Is the graph which is provided over here is Hamiltonian or not? You need to check whether it is Euler graph or not. Is it a Eulerian graph or not? Whether it is written Eulerian or Euler graph, both these are same. Okay. So for this particular, you need to determine whether this graph is Hamiltonian, whether this graph is Euler. If it is Euler, then there will be a Euler cycle. If it is Hamiltonian, then it will be a Hamiltonian cycle. Is it? So you need to explain your answers, and you need to determine whether this graph is Hamiltonian or not, Euler or not. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? Someone was there, who's interacting with me. Hello, who's that?
Kagi responsible in ngalu share video ino. Just medium chess me.
ये कौन
ऐसे
सी
medium.
कहाँ चलत है?
ये सर पेमा.
पेमा ये कहाँ चलत है?
Sorry, sir. I forgot to unmute, sir.
You forgot to mute yourself.
Yeah. I forgot to unmute.
Yeah. Please mute yourself. Similar kind of question is over there. Is the graph is Hamiltonian? If it includes Hamiltonian cycle, then surely it will act as a Hamiltonian graph. If it is not, then provide the reason. If it is Hamiltonian, then you need to give the Hamiltonian cycle. Is it? 13. Explain the spanning tree. First of all, you need to define the spanning tree. And consider the following graphs. Draw its possible spanning tree. Draw its all possible spanning tree. I say draw. You need to draw all the spanning tree for this particular graph. Even for this particular, I had explained this particular concept with one of the example of complete graph K4. हमने discuss किया था. For the complete graph K4, I had shown you guys that there is a 16 different spanning trees. Is it? So we are having a kind of formula for the complete graph, that is n raised to n minus 2, n raised to n minus 2 number of spanning trees will be there. But that formula will work if and only if we are dealing with the complete graph. Now, none of this graph are complete. But yet there is a way to identify how many spanning tree will be there. How many spanning tree exists for one of the graph which is not complete. So there is a way. So in the previous lab, when I was dealing with the lab batch A, yeah, I had assigned this particular two or three students, and they come with the solution. Yes, sir, there is a way. This is a way. This is a trick. With the use of that, we may identify how many number of spanning trees are there. And once we are clear how many number of spanning trees are there, then surely you may draw all of them. Is it like one of the spanning tree of this particular? Okay. Before that, you must be clear with the spanning tree. What we mean by spanning tree? Spanning tree is a subgraph. Is a subgraph of the actual graph. A subgraph which includes the whole vertex set, which includes the entire vertex set, is it? So we are looking for such kind of subgraph which is going to include the entire vertex set of this graph, is it? And let me give you the hint for the first one, for this particular one, for the first one. There will be 21 spanning trees. There will be 21 different spanning trees for this particular graph, okay? But I'm right now I'm not that much concerned about the drawing. If you are not able to draw all of them, it's totally fine. I'm just interested whether you can identify some of them or not. Okay, and then after 14 and 15, 15 is kind of result which I had already provided the proof for that in the during the theory session. But let's go for 14. How many spanning trees does K7 have? As I said that, as we just discussed that, if we are dealing with the complete graph, then there is a formula n raised to n minus 2, where n indicates the number of vertices. So if I'm dealing with the K7, then n will have the value 7, n is going to take value 7. So 7 raised to 7 minus 2, that means 7 raised to 5. Now that will be a quite big number. 7 raised to 5, 7 raised to 5, 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7, that will be quite big number, is it? So that number, 7 raised to 5, number of spanning tree are existing for the complete graph K7. Now, we are not supposed to draw all that, is it? We are not supposed to do all that. We are just supposed to give that particular number, that 7 raised to 7 minus 2, that means 7 raised to 5. And why? Because using that particular formula, we know that for the complete graph Kn, the number of spanning trees are n raised to n minus 2. So this is all about the assignment number 4. First of all, we need to complete this remaining questions. You guys need to complete this remaining questions in your lab book, in your own writing. And once we are good with this, once we are done with assignment 4, then we will switch over to assignment 5. I'm going to share a file. I had already shared that file with you, but it's uploading over the WhatsApp, but you will receive it within 1 or 2 minutes. So let's quickly discuss some of the questions of assignment 5. And now what is, I'm going to share 3 different assignments. So based on the graph theory, one of the assignment is for unit 3. This assignment, this particular assignment, assignment 5 is for unit number 5. And similarly, I will share one more assignment that will be having, it will have label GT3, that means graph theory 3rd, okay? And that will be for the planar and non-planar graph. So we are having 3 different assignments. This is second. Now this is purely based on the 5th unit. This is purely based on the 5th unit, which we had just ended in the morning session. Now this entire unit, it talks about the edges. It talks about the matrix representation. It talks about the cut vertex connectivity, edge connectivity, vertex connectivity, fundamental cut vertex, all that are the part of this unit. So the question will be based on that. First of all, in the first question, we are supposed to go for the adjacency matrix. We are quite good when we are dealing with the adjacency matrix. We are just concerned about the number of vertices. If in my graph I'm having 4 vertices, then my adjacency matrix will be of the order 4 cross 4. Is it? So you are supposed to give the adjacency matrix for all these graphs in the first question. Observe here for this particular graph. If you are dealing with this graph, then the number of vertices I'm having, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are having 8 vertices in this graph. So your adjacency matrix for this graph will have the order 8 cross 8. Take care for that, is it? If you are dealing with this graph, then this graph is having 6 vertices over there. So the adjacency matrix of this graph will be of the order 6 cross 6. Similarly, the number of vertices you need to deal with, and based on that, you may go for the adjacency matrix, okay? This is a reverse kind of process. I had provided some of the adjacency matrix. This is 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, 3 cross 3, and you need to prepare your graph based on this. Then you will be going for adjacency matrix for some of the complete graph, K6, K8, K3, 5, K4, 6, kind of simple and easy task for you guys. After dealing with the adjacency matrix, you need, in the question before, we will be dealing with the incidence matrix. Incidence matrix, what is the difference between adjacency matrix and incidence matrix? If we are dealing with the adjacency matrix, then we are just concerned about the vertices, is it? And if we are dealing with the incidence matrix, then that particular incidence matrix will be of the order m cross n, where m will be number of vertices and n will be number of edges in that particular graph. So if you observe the first one, if you observe the first graph, observe here, the number of vertices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are having 5 vertices and edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 edges are there, 5 vertices are there. So the order of this incidence matrix, related to this graph will be 5 cross 7. Will be 5 cross 7, is it? Are we good? Are we good? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Who's that?
Sir, Harsh,
Vijay,
sir,
sir.
assignment 5 शेयर कर दो ना.
हाँ बेटा, वो अभी मैं कर रहा हूँ, वो अपलोड ही हो रहा है, पर पता नहीं
हाँ हाँ.
अभी तक क्यों नहीं हुआ। देख तो आ गया कि नहीं, लैब बैच बी में आया कि नहीं, देख तो एक बार।
सर नहीं आया अभी तक.
ओ फेल हो गया, देख फिर से कर रहा हूँ, वापस कर रहा हूँ,
हाँ सर.
रीसेंड कर रहा हूँ, रुक जा एक मिनट, सेंड अगेन। यस यस, देख आ गया। इज दैट इन द लैब बैच बी?
हाँ सर, आ गया.
इज इट? वो कहीं पता नहीं प्रोसेस कहीं स्टॉप हो गई थी। That is assignment number 5, which we are discussing right now. Okay, so let me take you towards that once again. Yes, in the question number 4, you will be dealing with the incidence matrix related to that graph. Incidence matrix के साथ जब भी बात कर रहे हैं तो याद रखना है कि number of vertices cross number of edges, that will be the order of your incidence matrix. Okay, and observe this. If I had not labeled my vertices, ये मैंने सुबह भी बोला था, if I had not labeled my edges, in this graph, and I'm asking for the incidence matrix, then first task will be, your first duty will be, you will be labeling your edges. आप सबसे पहले यहाँ पे हर एक एज पे कुछ ना कुछ नोटेशन देंगे, ठीक है? You need to use some of the notation, E1, E2, E3, or you may use small a, small b, small c, that will be your choice, okay? But if the labeling is not there for the edges, you need to provide that labeling first, and then you may proceed for the incidence matrix, okay? Good. So question 4 is quite a kind of simple task, and up to question, up to question 6 rakhenge. And question 5, the reverse kind of process, I had provided 2 incidence matrices over there. Incidence matrices are there, and you need to prepare your graph. Is it? For that, you will be labeling your vertices over there, A, B, C, and D. You need to label column as your edges, E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, or any other notation, whatever you wish. Is it? And then you will be looking for the graph. And in 6, we'll be looking for the incidence matrix of some of the complete graphs. Is it? So यहाँ तक हो पाएगा शायद, मुझे लगता है, जहाँ जब तक ये लैब में यहाँ तक आप कर पाएंगे पक्का. So first of all, let me know अगर question 4, assignment 4 or 5 में से कहीं पे डाउट है तो बता दीजिए. Now surely you will be in need of that presentation. So what I'm doing, I'm sharing that presentation even in the WhatsApp group. Even I'm uploading that in the e-contain also. Okay, so that will help you to go through that definition of Hamiltonian graph, Hamiltonian cycle, how we were finding that. अगर भूल गए तो वहां से help ले सकते हैं, ठीक है? Any other help you need from my side? And please let me know. Please let me know. Hello, Rishabh, Raj,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Pranjul.
sir.
Are we
Yes,
good
sir.
with this? Are we good with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm sharing that presentation, Ivan. Give me 2 minutes.
हेलो सर।
Yes, Raj.
सर असाइनमेंट।
Might be there is a issue from my side. I'm not able to properly listen you. Yes, Raj, once again.
सर असाइनमेंट 4
Okay.
क्वेश्चन नंबर 11।
Assignment 4, question number 11. Let me take you towards that. Assignment 4, question number 11. Assignment 4, question number 11. Yes.
सर इसमें जैसे अब ये हैमिल्टन ग्राफ नहीं है, हैमिल्टोनियन,
Okay.
तो अभी मतलब पूरा प्रूव कैसे करना है, क्या नहीं है पूरा
No,
सर
no,
बात लिखना है या फिर डायरेक्ट लिख देंगे वर्टेक्स की
no, no, no,
दो
no,
बार
no.
रिपीट होगा?
In such a case, when the graph is not Hamiltonian, we are just supposed to write down a simple line. This graph doesn't contain any Hamiltonian cycle, so this is not Hamiltonian graph. बात खत्म. ठीक है?
ओके सर।
If we are saying it is Hamiltonian graph, then we need to provide at least one Hamiltonian cycle. But if it is not Hamiltonian, then that particular reason is enough. Okay, we don't need to prove.
ओके सर।
Okay. Now, I had uploaded Unit 5 as well as Assignment 5. I had shared that with your WhatsApp also, and I'm sharing the same as in the e-contain also. Okay. So you may, अगर किसी को हेल्प चाहिए कि भी हैमिल्टोनियन ग्राफ क्या था सर मुझे याद नहीं है, then उसमें है. Is it? It is already there. Okay. So I'm just here. If you are in need of any kind of help, then please let me know. मैं यहीं पे हूँ. Now you may continue with assignment 4 or 5. That will be your choice. आप पहले 4 complete करना चाहिए या पहले 5th करना चाहें. I'm not having any issue with that. Okay. So I'm just here.
सर 11th वाला यूलर ग्राफ भी नहीं हुआ ना।
11th वाला
यूलर ग्राफ भी नहीं हुआ ना।
let me check the 11th, wait. Eleventh, is it? Yeah. Wait, let me note this. Yes. You're talking about the 11th. Raj, am I audible to you, Raj?
Yes, yes sir, clear.
Okay, why it will be not act as a Euler graph? Can you
Yes
explain?
sir. सर
Can you
वर्टेक्स एफ, सर उसकी डिग्री 5 है
Yes, khatam. Perfect.
ना। Yes, sir.
Hmm.
तो दोनों ही नहीं है।
Good.
हेलो सर। हेलो
Yes, who's that?
सर, हर्षवर्धन।
Yes, Harshvardhan,
क्वेश्चन
please.
के जितने भी पार्ट है ना वो सारे करने हैं क्या?
किसके बेटा?
फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन के।
You're talking about assignment 5, is it?
यस यस सर।
Okay, let
इसमें
me go
कुछ
through it. Assignment 5.
सात है।
Huh. This is just for your practice. Yes, we are supposed to deal with each and every.
ओके।
अबे adjacency matrix तो बनाना है, क्या बड़ी बात है? हाँ,
अरे सर वो बना बड़ी बात तो नहीं है, पर लिखने में आलस आता है।
हाँ, यही इसी
ठीक है सर।
दिस इज द
5
बिगेस्ट
तो हो गए
रीजन
हैं।
लिखने
4
में
हो
तुझे
गए
जो
हैं।
आलस आता है ना वही तो लिख
ठीक है
सभी का
सर।
बनाना है। हाँ।
हाँ सर, हाँ।